Oh, something. Oh, di sini guys, monyet nggak dipakai ini. Ini map yang pertama tadi monyet dia main kalah, makanya ganti sama Manfred. Ini monyet pastinya siapapun layarnya, penting PRX menang.
On Sunset after it trapped up tens. Now that it does damage over time when it first lands, it can really slow things down.
Yeah. We need to see that heavy impact here from Zekin. Has been getting shut down time and time again. Forsaken. I mean, I wonder if Forsaken just runs drills with Jing and says, yeah, just blast pack at me over and over again. And I'm going to see if I can kill you.
Wow, I've never thought about that.
Just condition and say like, okay, this time we're going to do it, you know, where I'm stunned.
Yeah.
This time we're going to do it where I'm not stunned. This time we're going to do it when there's a flash coming my way and just kind of do that.
I mean, honestly, it's probably the best practice you can get with someone like Jing, right? Just the fastest raise that we've seen on the pro scene.
Well, now we go into the pistol here. The start of the second half. We'll see if Sentinels can pick this one up and take one step towards running this one back into their favor.
Oh, the stacks on board for PRX.
Out from the top. As Dizzy goes up as well, nothing going to be spotted over here towards A main.
Yeah, but that gives so much time for Jing to set up here, and that's full A main control from PRX. They're finally making sure they keep eyes on mid. Not a double angle though.
Okay, Forsaken. Last bullet, able to stabilize. Gets that shot across, taking down Zekin. A rocky start here for the side of Sentinels. That entry power taken away from them.
The map movement is very good for PRX. They throw out the paranoia to make sure they buy time. Then they can refill the gaps here near Boba. You still have the Cypher utility online on B. Just leave the Gecko to wash for A. I mean, this is good. Sentinels, I don't know if they're going to be aware that the entire team is already here on B side for PRX.
Check there at top mid to see if there's anybody looking forward from the side of Sentinels. As 0 Point doesn't find anything. Blind, however, goes across. Forsaken's going to be finding Saucy. Now Jing getting the pick up there on John Cutie. Mike dead. 10's recovered, goes to good use. Comes up with an elimination as Zelsis with the classic finds himself a third. Now we're into a 1v1. Something well aware of his position. Has the wingman, has the Dizzy.
Yeah, something just has to wait, right? You hear the spike plan, you can even throw out both of your utilities to make sure Zelsis can't react. Zelsis surely aware of this.
He's playing forward. Running out of time though. Zelsis is going to have to try to commit to this one. Wraps around the backside of the pillar, taps it. Trying to see where the approach is going to be coming through. As he goes out, does manage to get the blind. 3 seconds remaining. There's that.
Oh no!
Snaps onto something's head, picks up a 4th kill, and a 4th round for Sentinels. What a hero play.
You have to feel for something, because I assume in his head, he threw out the Dizzy, it hits, and he's not sure if Zelsis then decides to get off the plant and swing out, so he doesn't bring out Little Bro for the stun. But Zelsis, after all that time passes after the flash, he's like, you have to be wrapping around. You're still not swinging. Oh, he hears him at the last second as well.
What a reaction. 14 HP, the difference between round 1 and round lost. But Sentinels, they pick up the W. And that's exactly what they need.
Yeah, Vandal here for Zekin as well. Heavy investment. They want to be able to catch right back up.
10 to the Guardian, finding Jing. Spam through just over the heads here, up for Forsaken, who's trying to push forward, but 10's gonna be close range. Still gonna be good for it. Can even take the Sheriff if he wants. Busy will find one, or trying to be snatched up here by something who wants to get that Thrash online, but Saucy playing close by, able to get the punish.
Well, that about wraps up the round itself. It's just a matter of can PRX do a bit more damage. Obviously, something eventually did get that ult orb on A main, so they got one piece of advantage. Looks like they're just going to make sure they stay doubled up, and at that point, probably try to die to the spike.
Yeah. Nades in the corner. See if they can clear out any drop wires. Cam now going to be destroyed as well. Likely to just get in a position where they can sacrifice to the spike. Not give any additional kills over, because I mean, Zels is again getting that plant, getting that 4K in that first pistol round of the half. He's only 2 off.
Exactly.
Having that Rolling Thunder.
That's why he's going to push out. You have to. I mean, you only have the Stinger anyway. He gets one and dies. Rolling Thunder's online.
And yep, for the bonus, he will have it. Mind Freak with 2 nice kills. Let's get a little bit of extra punish here. The larger weapons, though, still going to be very much held from the side of Sentinels, though. So not going to be feeling too rough around the edges when it comes down to that economic impact.
Yeah, with the Rolling Thunder on the bonus, that is huge. I mean,
shades of stacks right there.
They can really just barrel through a site. Oh man, that's crisp as always.
Fantastic shutdown.
Now here's the crazier part is that if Sentinels predicts that PRX is just going to bail because of the Rolling Thunder, they can even just try to creep into a site and then use it against a retake. I mean, lots of options here.
Yeah, I think that would definitely be the preferred strategy here for them if they can get that space. And right now it is being given up. PRX pulling very far back. Like Jing wanting to recontest, but has to back away. So Rolling Thunder does go crashing across. Paint shells into the corner to try to disrupt him. John Cutie catches Forsaken trying to rush out of the smoke. Freaks counter spraying back through. Will be able to equalize there. 1-for-1 going to be found. Now Mind Freak gone. Bring Sentinels back into an advantage as the spike gets planted here on A.
Sentinels still pretty decent position. They can always wrap around back to elbow. PRX just has too many angles to clear. And not enough members to do it.
Something needs to land this opening shot, but this flash timing works against him just a little bit there. Ends up falling down. Jing with 1. Find Saucy, but there's still so much work to be done, and they know exactly where both players are from PRX. So Zekin swinging around over the top mid, trying to, or A-Link I should say, trying to get this catch, but then just backs away. Seems like they will just go their separate ways. Allow these 2 players to carry their weapons forward, but Sentinels not really going to be concerned about that one. They're more concerned about getting that 6th round.
I love the idea from Sentinels to go for the hunt initially, though. This is their bonus, so if you can try to get a couple of those extra ult points, a couple extra creds, and then shut down the economy of PRX wouldn't have been bad. But once you realize it's going to be too far of a stretch, both teams just going their conservative ways. And Sentinels, they're starting to catch up.
But they are. Only 3 rounds now separating. As very similar to I mean, we saw PRX pick up 4 consecutively before Sentinels were able to find one. Sentinels very much on that same track. PRX still a world away from having that showstopper. From having that null command, something still off the Thrash by 2 charges.
Cover going out.
Only that from the shadows available at the moment here from Mind Freak.
Oh, and that should open up the ult door for the Nightfall here as well for Sentinels. Saucy, if he picks that up, that's another free hit onto the A side. PRX, they got to be aware of the possibility.
Decently split apart here. Something would have to rotate back through the link though. Try to avoid it.
You have the trap wires on site. I mean, I think you can try to hold some further angles, rely on the traps here.
Oh. Ooh. Going to be spotting
Cage trigger.
Jing there for just a brief little moment. Mark it as Mind Freak should have been spotted there on that jiggle. Has to try to back away. TP up onto the top 10s again, trying to go for the box play. Ends up falling. Something good for the kill, but Second pushing forward into the smoke. Finds Mind Freak to trade it back. Man stunned. Should have gone across. Faces him up for just a little moment there. The pop flash out of the smoke. John Cutie, however, counter swings back. Catches Forsaken, but Devi gets him out. It's all on Celsius, and this time he won't be able to get it done.
Yeah, but a lot of weapons dropped once again for PRX, so they are constantly on their back foot. Sentinels, they'll be able to buy right back up. Just with Nightfall being invested in terms of heavy investment. And something, just heads up play, trying to hold a bit of an off angle.
That's just like a cat.
Wow.
He likes elevation, it would seem. Just if there's something high up, he needs to climb it. Just go for his perch.
Yeah, you just can't resist it.
I have the TP on top of this. It's like a glass bottle on top of the box that he knocks off.
Yeah.
Skor 6-10
If it
guys.
fits, he sits.
PRX
Breaking the win streak here. PRX get themselves to double digits, but as you were saying,
belum
economically,
kemenangannya PRX.
still in a very strong spot overall.
Oh, dia yang
Crash going to be coming through. Blinded up and dive for it. It's not going to be finding too much. Rejeki eating quite a bit of damage to the box. Just wanted to get that fragment through, but doesn't really buy them much space.
Yeah, Sentinels can heck
Forsaken
off
tuh.
of this. I mean, they
Kada
took out the
healing
Paranoia and the Thrash. They scratched up Forsaken a ton. A lot of value earned, and you already have mid control from John Cutie.
Mid.
Cut
Oh,
across,
dapat.
Jing, catching Saucy there.
Kakinya.
Cutie is lurking forward, sets up the cyber cage, Boombot. Not going to be finding much. I think the Pink Shell's actually getting clipped onto the corner there of the wall. Not going to be bouncing where he wanted it. Anyway, to lurk forward here. John Cutie getting himself situated in market. Trying to go for a backstab through Boba potentially.
One way.
One way is set up, and Jing, even though the flash comes in,
Bahkan
so just enough
Hoki.
intent to be able to get that elimination first and foremost, and now John Cutie going to be spotted. Thing down, pushes on the corner, Divide, ready for it, takes him down, continues to swing out, continues to challenge, but this time will pay the iron price, but so too will Zelsis, as there's just too many players waiting for him. It's all on second, and he gets 3!
Seconds left.
Oh no.
Forsaken a world away,
Aduh.
This is why you do your
6
aim
HP,
training.
and yeah, second
Per kill ini
has
ah.
brought this one back from the brink. 20 seconds remaining, doesn't know where he's at, bounces his way forward, wraps around, where does he decide to plant?
Yuk.
Quick tap. He's planting in the open. If Forsaken swings the corner now, he will be able to spot him. Sees him
Oh,
and gets the
Forsaken
headshot. 6 health
One
remaining
pro.
for Forsaken. Second, the world on his
Dilakukan.
shoulders, and he
Nah, yang
crumbles
lain
at the
tuh
very last
Agen
moment. What a play from him,
Tadi
though,
3 lawan 1.
to keep them
Bisa
in this
1 lawan 1.
round.
A
Kalah
highlight
tadi.
of the match for sure from Second, but
Oh,
it just
Forsaken.
was not enough.
Lawan Spiron.
A darn shame for Sentinels because it would have paved the way for the
Nah,
comeback.
PRX Sentinel 6.
Absolutely unreal spray down. But it all started there with Jing getting that catch on the Saucy. And then that one-way setup from Divide. Just he and Jing playing around it so beautifully.
Yeah, really good adjustments from Zekin.
And all he said was, nice. That's all his teammates give him in that one.
Yeah, just
Tunggu.
You don't want to
solid.
distract. You don't want to distract. You want to keep him, focused in on it. But I'd be losing my
3
mind.
lawan 1 guys. Bisa 1 lawan 1 mati.
But that
Yeah.
will be a second
Ah.
timeout now called here from Sentinels. Even with the initial run back on the half, Alex very much kind of
Time out
comfortable to
diambil
just
lagi
sit
dari
back and
Sentinel.
wait for these to pop up.
Di map
Let
sunset.
them make these
Lawan.
adjustments on their own, it would seem.
Yeah, I think
Perfect,
if you were PaperX, you're looking at the movement from your players and you're happy with it, right? Even though you're losing a couple rounds, their adjustments have been good. They realize
map
what areas of the
pertama,
map are empty.
7,
They realize how they
13.
need to cover it up. Jing's movement,
skornya
very quick
nggak
with the blast pass as
jauh-jauh beda
always.
ini.
Omen even using that from the
Menangan.
shadows this past round to make sure they fill in the B site.
Balas.
So the pressure continues to be on Sentinels, who has
Di
5 rounds to try to catch up here.
Priest. Map Priest.
6-11 score gap. Zelsis trying to bring the vibes back up for the team.
See if he can, though. Because now at
Yeah.
11, the run back
Out.
is quite difficult here for
Karir.
Sentinels. But they got 2 pretty big ultimates here, but they're matched on the
Oh.
opposite side.
The showstopper is going to come out from mid for Ching. It looks like the Paranoia primed as well.
Right
Yeah.
now,
To the tiles.
that's decent for Sentinels, given that they are split away from mid. No one playing over towards Courtyard whatsoever, so if this is just going to be a rush showstopper play, which it is, it's not going to be able to find too much of anything.
Langsung ulti.
Just sends it
Ah,
finally.
miss.
Maybe going wide.
Cepetan
Chat
ulti.
says Rosa is second as well, now rushing
Belum ada
forward.
info langsung.
Looking for a target. Do they read the demise
Oh.
in the smoke? He pushes out. It's going to be a 1-for-1
Kena.
trade. Saucy taken out. Showstopper does find its mark.
All right,
Stoppernya.
well, that kill buys enough time so they don't have to give up Boba on the side of PaperX. They're able to pitch back onto the site, and
Up and
Zelsis,
berhasil.
he's trying to create
Di kanan.
another opportunity as he's already flanking mid.
A little bit of that late fragment. It's only going to be chipped down to 77. John Cutie forced out into the open because of that volley, but still comes away with a
Tiga
kill
lawan
on the
3.
something.
Waduh,
Zelsis
listnya
all the
low
way
sih
up
kan.
to Boba, going for the wild card
Tim
play.
masuk PS.
Plays out here for them. Because right now, Tens and Zekin trying to hold down the front lines.
Oh,
They're so
dapat.
damn weak. Zekin going to be taken down now. Tens flushed out, and it's all on Zelsis' shoulders.
Whoa.
Mind Freak will find him. And And the
Nice,
timeout
PRX.
is not going to result in a round win. It's going to be PRX now moving up to map point.
Zelsis had a master
Next
plan, but
point.
Mind Freak was just one step ahead of him. The entire
Kita
team
akan
of
lihat
PRX, they
round
had no
ketiga
intention
ini.
of trying to stick that defuse. They wanted to
Tanda-tanda
bait
round
out
ketiga akan
where that flank
segera
might be
dimulai.
coming from. They knew it was either coming from Market, and then he realized with that time, maybe it's coming all the way from Boba.
Excellently done. I mean, he ends up dying, but still critical picks coming through there. Just getting rid of that fade, getting rid of Saucy.
One enemy remaining.
All down on this one, but yeah, Mind Freak with the read. A great catch. Now brings PRX just one round away, pushing us all the way to Haven.
Oh, and the read is here again from PRX. They are stacked to pinch on to an A push. Mind Freak!
Guns him down!
Langsung
Two quick
dapat
kills can be
dua.
found. Now sends out the Paranoia to back away
Nice.
safely. And already it seems like the round and the map should be done. 3 players left. Zelsis in desperate need of his ultimate.
Aduh.
Needs 2 kills.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
going to
whoa.
be John Cutie! Coming up huge!
Satu.
Something, however, answers back.
Down A.
Oh,
Saucy
satu lawan satu
Zelsis
guys.
now on the ground. John Cutie, the last man standing. 1v1.
Something sama
Something.
Don.
Wrapping back around through mid.
Tinggalnya.
Last player standing.
His way up top. Forsaken will bleed out.
Aduh.
And John
Timing.
Cutie, the new IGL Sentinels comes up
Timing.
huge to extend the map, bringing that one back to the brink with a 4K.
Kayaknya
All
skornya
right, where's that
17-13.
timeout, Alex? I think we got to
Sama.
calm the boys
Sama.
down just a little bit after that past one. That desk is not safe for that.
He'll call it at 10. 12 to 10, that's when he'll call it.
Wow. I mean, great call from PRX at the start of the round. They just overheat. They think it's going to be an easy clear. And John Cutie, it looked like we were in an ice ultimate for a brief moment there between John Cutie and
I mean, that was
something.
that was like 30% of his kills in just that one round right there. Just an enormous round from him, picking up 4. Shadows traps him in this one.
Yuk.
Prowler
Ah,
out, not finding too much
PRX.
of anything. Zekin
Ayo.
be able
Duh,
to
ketahuan.
no response. Corner of Jing there, but Jing able to find the elimination. A 1-for-1 so far. Something does get taken down. Jing now retreating back into Boba. Rolling Thunder pushing them away. Fragments out, flash on the corner. Device swinging, finds him, catching Saucy during the plan. 10's going to be taken
Lawan
down.
2 udah jelas.
John Cutie and Celsius.
Kalau
Last one
PRX
standing.
di sini
Guardians
menang.
strafing, not going to be able to find the shot. Nero Theft reveals their position. John Cutie caught
Ah,
off guard.
udahlah.
There's the cleanup coming through. Extended by an
Oh,
additional
skornya sama
round
guys
against
sama
PRX. They
map
put
pertama
their
tadi.
feet down. They
13.
say absolutely no more. We want to go to Haven, and they shall.
Ujung.
Man, all those fans that were thinking that PRX was
Gimana?
trolling around on the first map, boy, do you
Pertama
look
tadi,
silly, because this is just
monyet
PRX,
main
right? They'll
sekarang
throw out their
nggak
own ideas, they'll
diganti
try
sama
it out, and if it doesn't work, they hit back harder on the
Apa ikan?
next map. Coming with a, you know, I would say bit more traditional. Obviously, Gecko not so much, but the overall idea here is a comp that had some
Guys,
strong
kita akan
theory
lihat
on Sunset.
di map
Something
ketiga.
played the Gecko very well, but a big part of this was Jing.
A big part of it was Jing, but also Mind Freak. And I mean, I don't want to read too heavily into this one, but when people start playing with cables, that often means a substitution.
Oh.
Does this mean we get Moniette coming in on Haven to play smokes with Jing still in the roster?
Man, that's an interesting idea, just because Jing, that was probably the one part about Jing being on the roster that was weak, was Haven, right? Because you're like, well, do we play double duelist with the Raze? Do we play the Reyna again? You never really had a clear answer. Curious to see how that pans out.
I'm curious to see how this goes and whether or not I am going to be misreading the situation, but either way, my third map, this is what we wanted and this was what we shall be delivered. The series certainly not disappointing. 13-7 scorelines in both maps, with each team picking up 1 win apiece. Now coming down the wire for a map 3 to settle it all and see who's going to be staying in the upper bracket in the Bay.
And I don't want to get too ahead of myself either, but just looking at both PRX and Sentinels, already so much hype building up for 2024 VCT as well, right? Both these teams partnered in their respective leagues and showing up strong here in the offseason, looking like they're continuing to look to improve and innovate for the upcoming metas. These are some good signs here for Valorant esports around the world.
Oh, absolutely, and there's plenty more signs to be witnessed throughout this 6-day stretch of tournament that we have. Because even after this one, we've got DRX going up against Full Set, so the action is going to be absolutely stacked. But as we can see here, it seems like it's just another one of those occasions where you win on your opponent's map pick.
Yeah, PRX just looking stronger across the board here, other than the clutches coming in. The clutch gene still online for Sentinels, but that only got them up to 7. We'll be able to take that defeat and go all the way to a third map here on Haven.
Well, Jing back on the stage and back in the spotlight. 22 and 12, 295 ACS, and 4 first kills.
Can I just say, John Cutie, it's got to be that round where he got the 4 kills, the second to last round of the map here. That's what brought his ACS up, because how are you topping the ACS of a 1915 Zeus' Breach that also clutched around?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, sometimes the maps just do be like that. Either way, though, we are in for a treat. On map 3 here in our opening series of the ABL between Sentinels, between PRX. Haven is going to be coming up after this break, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. You clearly do not want to miss any of the action. Out to go for a very aggressive push up. Ten's trying to exit, cannot. Gonna look to try to get rid of that gun, and he will. Position, Mindfreak pushing forward. Cutie dropping fully committed to, though, here from the side of Sentinels. We still see Celsius lingering as Tens comes up with 2 huge kills. Oh, but Mindfreak survives. Now looks for the TP up, but the buy! Getting the spot out. Molly, Tens, he kicked. Another tap. Time dwindling. Spots one, swings, gets him, the stick coming through. Tens just gonna be holding this one, but Mindfreak left to do there, other than to try to just stick it. Sees does get fouled from Jing, out to the open, as does the paint shell. A deadly combination as Jing rushes, one standing.
Oh, the time?
Does push them off, he's not planting, and Celsius gets dead. Tens putting that recovered ghost to good use, comes up with an elimination as Celsius price, but so too will Celsius. There's just too many players waiting for him. It's all in second!
Oh, second! 1, 2, and 8 push, Mindfreak!
Cut! are back and going into map 3 of our first series here at APL. Got PRX rallying back in a big way, taking Sunset. Central map pick in 13-7 fashion. And now, all be settled on Haven.
Yeah, the question remains, for both teams, quite frankly, what do the roles look like, right? Even on Sunset, Sentinels going with a bit of a switch up there, 10th off of the breach, and it doesn't pay off. I mean, overall, still great mechanical play from all the players, but team-wise, PRX just one step ahead, and look who it is.
By Sherlock Holmes levels of deduction, we're correct. Moniet subbing in for Mind Freak. We saw him packing up his equipment. So now this raises even more questions for us. Because obviously this is something that can be done for this tournament and this tournament only.
Sure.
After this point, we're not going to be able to see it because Jing will unfortunately be going over into the military and will not be available for play. So this substitution, what have PRX hooked up for him?
It's a curious question, right? Okay, so you have Divine and Forsaken who can both play the Sentinel, sure. I mean, whether it's Cypher or Killjoy, yeah, there are some options there. But in the past, you know, even before something, Haven used to be their weak spot because they always had to play the Jet Reyna. They sometimes would try the Jet Raze, but otherwise they would just say, okay, Jing, go on Reyna, go forward and kill. And if they were able to cause enough chaos, they would get the win. But overall, it just was not happening consistently enough. Oh, that's a big stare down from second. So I'm curious. I'm very curious on what the roles look like because I can't see Jing playing anything other than Razor Reyna on this map.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like for the Sentinel side, this is going to be a bit more predictive. We can kind of anticipate what they're going to do. Whether it's the KJ or the Cypher when it comes down to that Sentinel position, that's still up in the air. But Celsius just showed us a very strong performance on that breach, on Sunset. We can anticipate that that's going to be coming through again as I love them hamming it up for this one. Second, unwavering in his stare. Dialed in, ready to go. And we can probably anticipate that we'll be seeing him back on the ship.
Yeah, you gotta imagine still going as that primary duelist here for Sentinels. And if you're gonna have that one duelist, it's gotta be the Jet on Haven. Just so much you can do. And also just great way to break those angles on those entries, the narrow points of Haven that we're also used to after all the years.
Here we are. Let's see, the moment of truth is Jing is playing Reyna!
It's back!
It's not on the raise, but it's a double duelist setup here for PRX. Forsaken going back over onto the Killjoy that we saw so much of throughout the last season. Defy on Sova, but yeah, for Sentinels, a bit more stock standard. John Cutie is going to be going for that Cypher without the KO on the opposite side. Again, could have an immense amount of impact when it comes down to holding down whichever site he's a part of. And Sasi also gets back to maximum comfort.
Yeah, that Sova coming back is going to be huge. So comp-wise, you got to raise the hand of Sentinels here. PRX, I mean, they've tried this time and time again and just was never consistent enough. Yeah, they used to have a decent win rate just because they would stomp all over their opponents with their aim, especially back, you know, before we were in the partnered leagues. They were going over to their regional leagues before that. But in today's day and age, I don't know how this is going to work out. I mean, it's not even with the Sky, right? So you can't go for the double flashes with the Lear. This is all just up to Jing and something to go out and wreck.
I mean, it's without the Sky, it's without the Harbor, which is one of the big enabling factors when it came down to the playing, especially on Ascent as well as Mine. So that big Q tilt, those waves, the way that they love to just cut the map into slices, into segments, not going to be able to do that nearly as easily with this one. So we're looking for high impact from Jing. Needs to be on point as to something. As we go ahead and dive into map number 3, see who is going to be keeping themselves in the upper bracket of Group A. Is it Sentinels? Is it PRX? Let's find out.
Once again, right? I mean, you're really just relying on those shock darts, or you're hoping that Forsaken flies over and makes the call and someone else is going to be able to break it for them. But this composition with the Jet Reyna, they rely on just piling through. So most ideally, they're going to try to always avoid the Cypher site.
Somewhat surprisingly, we're not seeing really any purchases other than the half armor coming through here from PRX. So no ghosts, just going to be that frenzy on Jing. Everybody else going to be having classics since it's a very heavy stack here in window. Celsius ready, backside of B, fault line, prepped. First bit of information from Saucy on the jiggle ping. Likely will be sent, but that's going to be a headshot coming across there from something. They get forced back. Smoke going to be drawn out from Tens as well. As they start pushing their way up. There's the trap wire. Ends up getting cleared. Something now dash available. Pushes his way forward here onto the side. Tens lurking within the cyber cage, but just a little bit of damage there from that shock dart. He's not ready for something to push forward. And now manages to find two. John Cutie lurking in the back. Finds one back cut. Ends up falling as Jing will be able to collect two with a frenzy. Second now, everything to do. Pushing onto the corner, tries to get the catch, but Jing says no. Picks up 3 on the Reyna here in the pistol round. Which PRX will now take the lead both in this map and also in pistols 1, 3-2 across the series.
You know, one thing always holds true for Reyna. If they start fragging out, the comp looks like a genius. So we'll just have to wait and see. Get that Empress online early, and then you can just wreak havoc against Sentinels. But the idea was there. The half armors, rush B. If you get stopped, just swivel right to C.
I'm sorry. I didn't even see the Saucy kill.
Oh, yeah.
He jumped into the smoke, killed Tens. I get that one. And Saucy just died.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
The dice have been rolled.
Oh, there's the stack. The fault line not going to connect. And Jing will just mow them down for 2. And Manya gets the knife on the Saucy as well.
APAC lives on here at the AVL.
Well, shout outs to Team Secret. They might not be in the tournament, but the spirit lives on.
Oh, you love to see it. Monyet knows how to have fun.
Tondo Gaming making its appearance. The quick kill into the dismiss. And I mean, you know, it's a gamble stack here from the side of Sentinels. Don't mind it going into this eco round, but can't get a single weapon out of their hands. Everything retained here. And now we'll see how they fare. So far, just 1 kill found from Sentinels collectively.
Yeah, that forces them under the half armors as well, just so they can buy again after this round should they lose their weapons. And that's not what you want to see against a potential Reyna, right? That just gives them more opportunities to frag out. Jing only 1 point away from that Empress, something very close to his Bladestorm as well.
Akhir.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade.
Okay, so the theory still lives on with the Killjoy, the
Right.
Nano Swarms being used to clear.
It's not spot second.
That's more than you bargained for.
Yeah, Guardian putting it to good use, gets the headshot. John Cutie going to be taken down as Jing, thinking better about pushing up into the window. Backs away. Manya not quite spotted, but no, actually looks like Celsius did spot a frame out of order. Gets some decent damage across. And Forsaken both going to be low HP here on the site. Spike is now planted. Time working against Sentinels. Paranoia crashing across. Counter one coming through here from Manya. Slows them up. Second still into a forward position. Tens once again up on top of the box. As is his natural positioning now. Celsius will be able to find something, gets himself a second kill to buy. Eliminated, swing onto the corner, Jing comes away with a kill, takes it to Smith, doesn't have the heal, but still a just to finish off Saucy. Bonus converted, PRX start off Haven 3-0.
PRX just flooding the site after, you know, on the post plant because they have that Spectre on Jing. They're just looking to ping pong back and forth around the boxes. They don't even hold on to back site control. They just leave it open. But the Paranoia is so good, it holds enough time.
Oh.
And here, I mean, John Cutie just had no idea there were more than one, if not two.
Not much to be done there. I mean, Celsius doing his damnedest to try to bring this one back from the brink, but Jing, doesn't matter that it's a Spectre. Just the dink into the body shots on the Saucy, finishing him off. Start up over the top, something now with the attack operator in hand.
Yeah, this might be a bit of an, oh, never mind, take that back. Never doubt him.
Yep, such a narrow little window to work with, but without armor, absolutely destroyed with the wall bang. Celsius gone, cleared, just clear that close cubby. Now they start to push up. Something continues to wait and see if he can spot anybody who's trying to go for a forward position in sewer, but as we can see, Zekin, he's got his eyes on it, but he's not looking to really try to take this space for himself.
Yeah, PRX, yeah, they weren't actually interested in piling through. They just wanted to force to rotate over, knowing that Sentinels is on an eco, knowing that they have to go for a stack. I don't know if you expect Forsaken to be this far up forward.
Perfect accuracy.
Snappy with it.
Oh, and then they swing back to A. I mean, PRX are kind of toying with their food here. Uh-oh, whoa.
For the kill, okay, with the double swing out, John Cutie will be able to help finish the kill, and that gun can be recovered. No one there to watch for this one, but now the A site is going to be blown wide open. So that Vandal needs to be put to good use, and Zekin ideally wants to find some form of value here before getting taken out. And then he's only got 20 HP. Damage to the smoke. Saucy as well now, whittle away at. That's the value I'm talking about. Second does manage to find one, so at least picks up a kill. His teammates an opportunity, but smoke dissipates. Saucy will fall to the op shot. Moniette has the cleanup. 4-0. PRX off to a roaring start.
And attackers, operators paying off. We don't see that too often, especially this early on in the round, but something makes it work. And this does slow PRX down quite a bit the longer they hold on to it. Of course, they have the Blade Storm for this round, but if he's always able to get that first pick, and sometimes if it's a Cypher, that just absolutely makes the site free.
Yeah. That's all your slow util coming through to try to stop those attacks from coming in. Drop down, he's like even eat the ball damage. Just to be able to get out there and find that elimination. Bold choice. Comes away with it, but unfortunately not enough for Sentinels to find themselves around win quite just yet.
So Sentinels, they don't want to be shaken up by early movement too much anymore, so they're going to hold on to that sewers control. However, that's both their initiators being held on there, so no slows, no info, rest of the map.
Tends with a little bit more of an off position. Back wall here at backside is not spotted by the approach. Also doesn't see how far forward they're pushing. Second with an off of his own, however, does find an opening kill. Jing pushing up into garage, taken out.
Careful.
I wonder if PRX, you just try to creep in here after the smokes go off.
Easy attack, the push forward.
Not spotted.
Okay, yep, big reveal there. Your paranoia, send out Tens, catching on to multiple players. There's the reveal, the swing onto the corner. John Cutie able to interrupt the plant. Devi going to be taken down. Now the spike, completely stranded. Forsaken return spray fire, does find second, however. And he reads that there's going to be someone in the corner, but he cannot get the kill in Tens. He'll be able to capitalize. Forsaken gone.
One enemy remaining.
The push, or to try and work this one into their favor. Cam comes out, it doesn't see him. Tries to tag him through the smoke and does not. Push up.
No!
Shorty gets the kill, but he cannot survive. Tens up on top, mid-sight. We'll be able to finish him off. Up is going to be recovered, and Sentinels get themselves around win.
The huge kill from Zekin on see-through. Garage shuts things down, really forces the rest of PRX to go into B because they had no information on A. So PRX are going to have to find an adjustment on this early smoke on A lobby. Right, that just shut them down. Taking any control. Good paranoia coming in from 10 shuts down the approach on B.
Right before he could have disappeared into the smoke. Gets the catch. You don't want to give something any opportunity whatsoever.
Scanning ahead.
Still does have the knives, but given the cash, how abundant it is here for PRX, we'll just be carrying forward that Vandal and save the ult for a rainy day. Empress online here for Jing. Decides to pop that.
Utility at the ready here for Zelsis, but he may be overextending just a bit. He's already sitting quite wide. Thinks they might be popping off in the smoke.
He doesn't have the read necessarily that he's already that far forward, but now we'll just be forced to back off as the flood starts coming in. Jing swinging onto the corner, finds one, finds two. Zelsis taken down, goes for the heal, wants to try to get overhealed. Tens will be able to find one before getting eliminated by that Nano Swarm for Forsaken. Something out of the fray, but it's all on second and John Cutie, and given that he has the operator, trying to play for this retake, it's certainly impossible now. Second will just have to back away.
Gotta save that up, but you know, seeing the cred situation here for a couple members, I think PRX are gonna go for the hunt.
Oh, they absolutely are. Moniette spotting, but gets the note.
Oh, he's gotta run.
Dashes away. Next line of sight. How deep do they want to pursue? Jing already wrapping his way through the B site. And they get the catch. This would be absolutely huge for PRX if they can find him.
Forsaken making noise, so is Jing, just trying to disrupt him.
Drops down into the
Jump
corner.
and drop.
Second, aware of it,
Oh,
misses
no.
the shot, throws it the classic, gets the headshot, but so too will Jing with the Vandal. Gets the kill, gets the op, and that'll go right back into something's hands, and now Sentinels very much forced to call a timeout.
I can't believe they bring that op back. You just decided not to buy one up again. You're like, well, if it's free, I will take it, actually. So, okay, attacker's off.
Dari
Back in the hands of PRX.
People like free stuff?
You can't just take everything given to you, okay, Achilles?
menahan.
Sometimes it's not good for you.
Yeah. Well, this is not good for Sentinels.
Definitely not.
The singular round picked up, so they'll end up really slow things down now. Get themselves back into a decent position.
Though I will say, again, in team composition, they don't need too many rounds here in the first half, right? The defense is much tougher for PRX. They're always going to have to push out. They're always going to have to force the duels. You can kind of just sit and wait for them. However, you do want, you know, more than 4, right? Probably 4 or 5.
Let's start with more than 1. How about that? That's the
Well,
first
okay,
step.
yes, yes.
And that's what they're looking to achieve off the back of this timeout. We'll be going into
Dulu
a bit of a
guys.
rough round when it comes down to what they can piece together. So kind of weapons you can get widely. They should be able to have some weapons here, maybe in their arms scraped together.
Yeah, if they're going for all the half armors, I believe that should be possible, and they've been planning for that with the half armors through and through. So hopefully it pays off in the long run. But the big question is we talked about this during the break, actually, you and me. You know, the difference between Killjoy and Cypher, and it's just Cypher he shines best on Haven when you're doubling down on a site and just making it impenetrable with your trap wires. However, that does mean you have to still be kind of spread thin across the rest of the map. And we're seeing that once again for Sentinels. They go all in on a C defense for Cypher.
The other thing is that lockdown can be good, you know, locking down a site, I should say. But only if they're really pushing into your site. Second with a very nice opening kill, however, will get rid of the buy. Caught on the cross. Second now, just trying to get himself out to safety. Will be able to do so, but Monyet, himself situated here in heaven. Do they read this?
Yeah, but all this chaos has given so much room for Forsaken.
He's down, and Second has his eyes trained on heaven. Does find it. Like you say, Forsaken does buy himself a good amount of space. Swung around the back of C site. You can see if somebody's going to go lurking forward out of that position, but now he's got to be worried about that defender's spawn as the double approach comes through. Flash turns from it. Now his eyes are trained.
You have no
John
idea.
Cutie, oh no. There it is, the
Oh.
1-2 punch, and
Oh.
Jake does very much the same. Back over at A-Link. The patient play from Forsaken.
Oh, Forsaken tadi ya.
Absolutely gorgeous. Shades of CGRS on Pearl versus NRG.
Oh.
Lurks all the way into the back towards the defender spawn. Picks up 2.
Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot because you had garage control. C traps weren't broken yet. I mean, it seems obvious to us because we saw the path Forsaken took all the way through, but you don't imagine
Kalau
it
replaynya
sitting
nggak saya
in
pentingkan
C
guys ya,
site.
biar nggak break. Oh tadi Forsaken ini yang
Balls come out, it's just a double, and Jake seals the deal with a double of his own. And then they bring up the tempo. They know Sentinels are weak. Even if the trap wires are here, they just don't care at all.
They do not. Lockdown at the ready.
baik berhasil di plan cepat kali.
It's like plant relatively for free, just a full disconnect here. Sentinel unable to play forward, given the weaponry, but Zekin knives out, has to find one. Monyet now going to be taken down. Hunter's Fury opened up. On the hunt here is Sasi, but not able to find any connections. The back away, the rolling thunder crashing across. The buy going to be caught by that one into the right corner. Now the defuse
They haven't
held
heard
to
it.
half. Swing back out, Celsius is gone. John Cutie going to be mowed down. Second needs to do so much work. Dashes
One
back into the
enemy
cubby.
remaining.
Sasi will be able to find 2. Knives expiring, Forsaken finding 1, but the defuse is going to be held. He cannot stop it.
Us,
And our
berhasil
first
di guys.
thrifty of the AVL will come through as
Forsaken
Sentinels
kalah
get
di
themselves a second round win.
peron
It
8.
costs so much, though, right?
Balas dia,
I mean,
balas.
you used 3 ultimates just to take back the round. Sure, the Hunter's Fury being used as a counter to that lockdown, but then you have to use the Rolling Thunder just to make sure you can mask the first half of the defuse and try to stick it with enough time on the stun. Yeah, it gets you the round win, but it doesn't really clear up the problem that you've had all through and through, is that when PRX start to take a main control, how do you stop them at this part of the map?
Good for them to go ahead and finish that one out, like you said. Very costly. Fury would have loved to have some additional tags in there. Sasha doing his job, getting rid of the lockdown in the previous round. Divine out with one of his own.
Oh,
See when he
Tens is
decides to
really
commit
son.
that one.
Yeah, he knows, he
Dan
knows.
sama
They'll never expect him to not be on top of the box.
Oh, there you go. He's always had that eagerness. Oh, man, the
Oh,
timings from each other as well. Just the game sense.
See each other by just a moment. Forsaken looking forward. Hunter's Fury opening up something. Taken down by Second with the operator. Jing pushing forward. The Lear goes out, spots a brief little bit there of Sasi, but cannot take him down. Ends up falling. Monyet pushing forward, finds 1. Paranoia goes across. Shock dart up into heaven. Would have killed Second if he could have gotten the connection. Have to play very safe. The neural theft does come through.
Spike
Oh,
planted.
Tens.
The TP in the back, but he takes a shot, so now Monyet aware of it. Oh my goodness.
If Manya can just stay alive, I mean, Devi should have an opportunity, but Devi just wants to hide himself all the way to the end. They're going to play for time.
Just, I mean, Hitting some. They know that two players are going to be very weak. John Cutie, the only one with full HP at the moment. Now second, going to be finished off. Tens up on top of the box.
my gosh.
Monyet finds the kill. John Cutie will not
siapa
be
yang
able to get the
berhasil
transfer.
menyelamatkan
Divide pushes forward,
round
finishes the
ke-9.
job, and PRX move up 7-2.
Monyet knows that they can't afford to take the risk of just creeping into the smoke. So if he's hiding in the smoke, they just have to leave him alone. He leaves that gap to make them think they cleared out that entire corner, but he hides at an angle where he's just able to stay alive. Taking, of course, a good pick on Celsius that eventually leaves him open to tens, but this is just Monyet with the mind games device swings out after that to mask Monyet's presence. That leaves tens open as well.
It just doesn't look pretty. People bowing down to around 1,800 here on the side of Sentinels, but it's very disjointed. Two Sheriffs, Bulldog, a Vandal, and then a Classic. Tens, however, big Sheriff puts the good use at second. Forward push out, will find something. So this is a fantastic start here for the side of Sentinels. It's something that they desperately need.
Wah,
Swinging around the back, second still on the
wah,
hunt.
kecuali komen-komen
Just on his own, though. If you
Forsaken
can't
dead
get
back over on the side.
Arena.
Ding pushing
Bye.
forward, not ready for it. That leaves just Divide.
terus apa ini sendiri.
Tens is low. Saucy, not far away. Push out, ooh, snappy. Saw just enough of them. And now knows that there's going to be one playing over towards short side. Second on the jiggle peaks. Untouched by that.
well, here comes the pinch. Divide just trying to isolate these 1v1s, but this is impossible.
And just over the head of second, cannot get the kill. Only one player lost. Sentinels fighting back. Still so much money in the coffers of PRX, however.
Yeah, but for Sentinels, I think if you get one more round, you're okay. You're okay looking at the overall map. You should feel like you can climb back, but
I'm just running mid.
3 points is always still kind of that weird
Nice. Oh, I didn't tag him.
line there.
Nice, boys, let's go. Come on. Let's get 5.
A chance for them, as he says, let's get 5. A chance for them to do just that. The full weaponry on both sides.
Revealing area.
Heavy presence over here towards A. Dart goes out, something makes it across with the gun barrel. He is going to be spotted. Second now starting to push up, sends out some spray, and something swings right into it. Head going to be spotted. The dash back. Second, finding another sus with the covering fire, takes out the buy. Now Forsaken going to be gone, and suddenly it is just Jing forced out into the open. The Lyric buys him some space, but as he swings back, avoiding the flashpoint, Celsius will put a bullet through his face, and that is going to be 4 now locked in for Sentinels.
Okay, so Sentinels say, you know what? The best way to stop them at A lobby is just to fight them at A lobby, right? Just keep C locked down with the Cypher utility, meet them where they want to fight. And that's how they're able to stop that round, and now Sentinels trying to get a read on what the adjustment is from PRX. Almost an early push out from second. I think something had no idea that he had already been spotted on the jump there.
Fantastic setup there. Huge round to win. Cash, though, going into this last round, only going to be Divide, who has a bit weaker util here. Stinger in hand for him.
Yeah, something has the Blade Storm, so I'm curious that they didn't go for that weapon swap, but it'll stick for now.
Versus here, as is that from the shadows. Just the knives for Zekin, which is a good backup to the operator in case they start really encroaching on his position. Swing out, no, he's gonna be found. Couldn't put the cloudburst down, couldn't get out fast enough. Jing with a huge punish.
Oh, and the ult all the way into spawn, just so you can cover both sides. Can go for the flank as well. I mean, A site already somewhat cleared by Forsaken.
Monyet's looking away, gets the catch on the one, TP. Up into the stairs, but he's getting encroached upon here from behind. Push out Forsaken, looking for Tens, the opposite hand, and he's not going to be able to use it. Monyet now taken down, but he should have identified the location of the last two players, and he has. Forsaken will turn, he will get the kills, and PRX will lock in an 8-4 half.
PRX and all over Sentinels with their classic Reyna comp here on Haven on the attack side. Now the big question is do they continue to push out on defense? Because if you don't really have any information, right? I mean, sure, you can hold down Garage and C with Killjoy, and you have the Sova, but you got to take space off of the Sova. And until that operator comes online, it's got to be the Reyna that helps push out.
Continuously good lurks here from the side of Monyet. In that catch, getting information. The cleanup comes through. Second getting taken down over on the B site right off the rip. That really unraveled things for Sentinels. Need that operator to just be able to maintain that line. Now plenty to talk about here for both sides as we go into this halftime. He said it doesn't take that much necessarily when you're starting off on the defense, especially when there's a Reyna getting ready to play defender's side on the opposite team.
Yeah, knowing PRX's style, knowing that it's Reyna, I think Sentinels, their biggest weakness is going to be the fact that they're going to want to play a bit scared at the beginning of each round, right? They're going to want to wait to see if the push out comes and then try to counter it with, something like the fault line or the paranoia. Now, PRX, if they've, finally adjusted from how they used to play this comp, the ideal way would be, force that util out and then just back off. Because if they don't have that util, they also can't go for a clean site execute. And then you can just reset until the cooldown comes back, pressure it again. We'll have to see if that adjustment comes through. Or do they just rely on Jingo kill as they always have done with this composition?
That seems very likely.
I mean, he's in good form today.
Yeah.
He is in good form today.
It's a change up on the composition, but the game plan widely stays the same. He said, being prepared for any of these round-around adjustments. Likely going to be expecting some of those, that early aggression coming through.
Oh, this man came prepared. They were ready with the camera. Take the shot as soon as you're up on the big screen. I love it. And then, I don't know about that wish for Zelsis. I don't know how many of us actually want to see that on stage, the beast twerk.
It's content. I guess that's all we can say. Now, Monyet, finally going to be the one anchoring over here at C. Doesn't actually block off and C long access, just sends the smoke so that he can rotate between backside and back plat. So he sends up another one. Wants to try to push forward. Forsaken now joining him here in the smoke, but the smoke's expended. No push up coming through as something got himself into window alongside Jing, found a kill, quick dash out. Far too low to try to swing that corner. Ends up backing away. Monyet in the meantime will find John Cutie outside a garage. Second, finish the job. Reyna's gonna be gone.
Back out. Paranoia at the ready as well.
Blind spray through the smoke. Monyet taking quite a bit of damage now. Oh, yep, spotting each other. Smoke a little bit shallow. Paranoia sent. The shots continue to fly. They're just trying to dissuade him from pushing forward towards this cubby.
I mean, Monyet just has to try to chip them down or get one kill, and then it's up to Forsaken.
They sure. Oh my god, he does. Okay, now going to be stunned up. Saucy finds Forsaken. After shock through the wall, he's in such a rough spot. Tries to swing back in to go aggressive, but Saucy says no. Picks up a second kill. Something with 22 would have to be the ones have headshots coming in, but Saucy not going to give him the time of day. 3 kills found. And they plant away from Divide.
Revealing area.
As the dart bounces it off the top. Quickly dealt with, quickly cleared. Nothing bound. Cross angle being watched by Zekken over in garage.
Nigh impossible, but he's still trying to isolate all these fights.
Saw one in garage. The swing comes through on the opposite side, and Zekken will be able to finish him off. 3 for 3 in pistols across this series. Sentinels, they take one step towards running this one back.
Yeah, I think they somewhat suspected that PRX would be pushing out of main, as that's what they usually have always done with this composition back in history books. It's just the timing was a bit fast, so they get caught off guard. But at the end of the day, this right here, Saucy and Zekken just being well aware that there could be a double peek off of Monyet trying to draw that aggro. That really opens up the sight.
The vibe's trying to be heightened there. TP across. And yeah, not even a chance in hell there with that Sheriff. Forsaken quickly dealt with, and that C site completely broken wide open. Jing and Monyet going to be somewhat nearby, but something who's going to, all the real firepower here for the team with that Marshall in hand. Still has to rotate across. Guardian shots from Zekken. Not going to get the connection he was looking for. Spot out some positioning here. His dart is going to be tickling Saucy a bit. Doesn't get too much damage through.
Gotta hope these martial hit. Everyone else has to draw aggro for him.
Shot not being found quite just yet, but with the dart alongside the Spectre Spray, Divine Monyet, go into the meat grinder. You get absolutely minced. Now it's just Jing and something left standing to see if they can do anything at all, or even try to sacrifice over towards the spike. Moving onto the corner, the Marshall, even with all of its accuracy, is just not lined up. Jing can't get the headshot. Saucy quick with the ghost, comes up with another kill. Sentinels in flawless fashion bring us now within 2 rounds.
So with everything being held over, the Marshall even being picked up, as one member of Sentinels did not buy that last round. They even get a little bit of a small upgrade for themselves.
But he's here. Give us stun in. Maybe garage. Alright, boys, let's go, let's go.
Great readjustment.
Yeah, and you have to imagine now with the buy coming out, probably going to suspect another push out from PRX, at least on A, right? Just try to get some A lobby control, so it looks like they're waiting for that battle here.
Target check over towards Sewer. Decent damage. And gets himself over to the brick stack. And even taking damage. Still comes up with a kill. Something dead nice and early. Major pickup here for the side of Sentinels is Forsaken lurking forward. The push, pushing in towards him. He's only going to be good for one.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
No, actually, no damage even going to be found there onto Celsius. Full HP for him is Montiel on that jiggle peak. Going to be chipped away at down to 78. Paranoia sent out, flash into the back site. TPs over here on top of Plat. Now going to be relocating once again after taking down second. Fantastic movement here. Tens as well in a forward position. Dart goes into the garage window area. Does not scout this spot. Device still wary of it though. Watches, Tens backs away.
Oh, Tens really smart here. He could have tried to greed for the kill, but he says, okay, well, if they're already rotating back through spawn, surely that leaves A site quite open. Makes the call for everyone to rotate over. Just gonna cover Heaven just as an insurance plan, and now Tens in prime position.
This could get ugly.
30 seconds left.
Remaining as the spike gets planted. A site known now by PRX, but Tens on this lurk. Should have heard that jump. Now knife out. Devi again drawing the weapon. Does he read this close corner? Oh, he doesn't actually initially, but he reacts to the whip shot from Tens off the bat. Now trying to hold down Sewers. John Cuny will just hold down M1. Picks up 2 kills, and Devi is the last man standing. Gets the read on his position, knowing that he's on the cam, but the damage is not going to be that strong. As he tries to rush, swing around the front of the site, Celsius is ready for him, and Sentinels will close out, converting the bonus here. And now are just 1 round separated.
Hunter's Fury online as well, so Sentinels, they should have mentioned. This is a great play, a nice adjustment and variation on that Cyber Cage. That's also one of the strong suits of Cypher when you're playing that attack. You can use your own Cyber Cage instead of smoke, just to fake out how you put pressure on A main. Shadow steps through it, creates an off angle that no one expected. So it's the small little mini games coming out from Sentinels that continue to put them in the lead, and I think Sentinels has a good read on the cracks that are showing of this composition's defense coming out from PRX, and that calls for a timeout from Coach Alex.
The desk suffering some damage alongside the scoreline, as that lead has very much dwindled away. Must be cold in the coaching booth.
Oh yeah.
Rocking a nice knit sweater on top of his jersey.
Yeah, but Kaplan's wearing a short sleeve uniform. What's going on here?
I mean, Alex also he's dyed the hair. He's got the black hair going on as well. He's kind of going into his My Chemical Romance arc right now.
Going through a phase here for Coach Alex. Curious to see what he tells him, because in my head, I don't know what else you do, right?
It's not a phase.
It's
not a phase, Jing's mom.
Yeah, as he stomps on the desk. Oh man.
Well, things certainly heating up to come out of the timeout. See what they piece together. I mean, 2 sheriffs, 2 stingers here.
You have to save up to the op at some point. That's the only thing that can help cover some of the weaknesses, in my opinion.
Forsaken. Getting himself tucked away. Oh, he jumped.
I mean,
Jason, he jumped. I don't think the dart. Oh, okay, yeah, the drone saw him. He's screwed. He's absolutely dead. The jump out, Tens will take him down. Something in the meantime through all of the counter spray. Gets whittled away down to 23 HP. Maniet's at 66. And it was all going well until a little hop came through.
Yeah, I mean, it's also a fairly telling smoke. I mean, sure, you can try to still catch just one, but, you know, then the drone comes out, the hop comes out. Everything goes all the wrong ways here. Sentinels, I think, happy to just sit here and put pressure on PRX just so they have to dissipate a bit, right? I mean, they're the ones that are starved for information right now. You know they haven't pushed all the way out of A main. You know that camera and tripwire is still available.
Smoke again up on yet. Trying to play elusively here. The Paranoia goes across, buys some space. Counter spam coming through. Sentinel still with just enough time to be able to rotate back across the map. Looks like that's going to be the call. Saucy, I mean, Hunter's Fury could use that if they want to play for just a full disconnect post plant. Given the man advantage in the weaponry, maybe it shouldn't need it.
Yeah, but Jing's here as well. The Lear coming out. That buys a lot of time.
Now it's all in Divine.
They have no
Tries to play it
idea.
patiently. Oh my god! None of them check for him.
Wait
He
for
needs
this.
to nail the shots.
Wait for the plant.
Finds one, finds two. Can he get the third? The answer is going to be no. Divine has given them a fighting chance, but something. He's the only one left standing and just has a classic in hand. Needs to get the kill. Does so. Saucy, however, full HP just about. The Hunter's Fury in hand. A shock dart would finish him off. Does he send it? No, he doesn't need to. He gets the shots, but my god. Divine. One more kill and this round is over.
You could just see the gears turning in Devi's head, trying to figure out the ideal scenario in his side.
Which one?
Yeah, I have to get at least a spike plant, and then he says, oh, well, if Zeken's standing still as well, might as well go for 2. Almost gets 3.
That one? No, yeah, that one. If he got that, would have been one of the most unbelievable clutch plays that we would have witnessed. He makes it so damn close.
Laban sama guys. Aduh.
But Saucy standing
Ayah
tall.
nih.
They scrape by with the win, and now they
Kan
tie
harus
us up at
skip
8-8.
mainnya.
Talking about the
Kalah dia.
operator, looks like something has been spotted. Did they note the gun in his hand is the question. They should have a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, with the position he had at the very least.
Mojing dropping down out of the window, still somehow able to stabilize and finds 10s. Take much damage for trouble either. Second for the entry, up on top of B. Clears the space. They know that the site is open. Jing still holding forward, waiting to see if somebody's going to come pushing forward. Lear onto the corner. Second is so damn close. He can see perfectly fine. Takes down Jing. Now we're equalized 4-4. Spike being planted over this A-link side, but Monyet arriving. Would be main. Pushing forward, finds the kill. Sends out the smoke. Second just around the corner in front of him, but something catches him from behind with the operator.
Nice.
Arrives,
Satu.
swings in to find John Cutie. Suddenly it's all on Saucy. He's not going to be able to find the kill.
Nice.
Takes the buy
Ooh.
low. Can't pick it up. PRX will once again separate themselves here from Sentinels.
Really good angles held by PRX, and I want to give props to Forsaken for just
9-8.
staying alive on A-link. That allows them to refresh the
Tuh,
smoke there.
semangat PRX.
They can't push back out because Sentinels, they had to push out somewhere. So once they couldn't push out to Link, they tried to push out back through mid. And then you still got something with the operator
Tadi
covering that from
ngaduin
C-Link. So
Itu
just
Eddie.
that triple pinch here from PRX working out
One
perfectly.
by one.
Very nicely done. Only losing out on one player here for the side of PRX, but things still close. Cash still available here for the side of Sentinels. At least another round. Looks like maybe some forward aggression coming through as Jing. Empress at the ready, not going to be popping it quite just yet. Some spam on the side. Does he see him? No, it looks like
Oh no, missed him.
Second spotted him, but Jing had no idea. Monyet, however, is there for the counter swing. One-for-one
Ada
exchange.
perspektif.
Not allow for Sentinels to get anything for free. Cam check over at A-long. Nothing going to be spotted, and so far it's just Device situated here on this site, but Forsaken's not far off.
Yeah, and that Killjoy util is still going to be able to buy enough time as well. And if there's ever a lopsided 1-to-1 trade in Agents, it's going to be that Reyna for Jet. The Sentinel's much weaker on the attack now. Once that drone goes off, I mean, you've still got the Silva watching main. Nanoswarm just to buy time.
Scanning ahead.
With this Nanoswarm going off, I don't know. Oh, Tens was above, okay.
Ends got up onto the box again. Read this one. Forsaken ends up getting taken down. Swing out of the smoke. Paranoia greeting him. Monyet trying to pull back away, but it's far too late.
Oh, yang main.
Spike planted.
Saucy will take him
Monyet tuh.
down. It seems like we are going to be poised, be tied up once again. Something with this operator.
Tuh.
I mean, Pemain needs
Sorry
to
guys,
find
nge-lag.
2 kills for you to realistically want to commit onto this retake.
They want them to peek out so bad, and Sentinels just won't do it.
Tens onto the corner.
Aduh, udah apa yang mati tuh. Sorry guys, yang nge-lag.
Will be retained.